Oh, wait, you know what?
What'd I do?
Is the white cord plugged in the back? It is?
I don't know.
Can you...
We're live. Welcome back.
The Wi-Fi won't work that good if it is the same plugged in there. Lord, don't break
Oh.
cord. Okay.
Hello.
Is this our first time doing this?
Happy New Year, yeah.
I feel like it is.
We, like our very first day. Yeah, we took 2 weeks off of
Woo.
videos and like we've lost our minds. Lost our minds.
It's good to see that the world hasn't changed.
Good morning, Chris Martin.
2021, you had 5 days, man. You had 5 days.
You ruined it.
You've already messed it up.
It's so funny.
You done messed up.
You're like, yeah, New Year. And then our country's like,
No, it's December 39th, as Jacob would say.
it's December 39th. We're still counting until things start turning around. It's just going to continuously go up around here.
Exactly.
Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. So, hey, I'm one of your hosts today. I am Kadima.
I am Casey.
Welcome to Freestyle Friday from DTSOF. Before we get started here, we want to talk about, if you like our content, please share it. So we're going live right now. This will be a wonderful opportunity for you to catch some other people. I'd like to share a couple announcements of things that are happening here, because despite whatever the world is doing, we're going to keep on moving no matter what. Okay? We got to keep this train a-rolling.
Roll it.
So, guys, we're doing a huge giveaway. Happens once a year. 1 year membership, unlimited membership, which also includes our Jumpstart program. So that is 5 personal training sessions. It's a body scan, nutrition consultation, our 28-day nutrition Jumpstart program, access to our private Facebook group, and the list goes on and on. So you get all that, the 5 PTs, the 1 year unlimited membership. That means you can attend as many classes as you want. And it's a $2,850 value, so it is big stuff. And so it's actually pinned at the top of our DTSOF page. Mm-hmm. Casey's in there smiling and talking about the video itself.
Wait for the outtakes, y'all.
There is a link that you need to click. Once you click the link, it's going to redirect you to a page where you put your first, last name, phone number, and email. Check that you agree to the terms and conditions. You hit save. You can also share it to someone else, and you get more entries in. So I encourage you to, if you know someone, some of our current members, you know someone that, man, has been apprehensive and wants to do something special this year, please forward that to them and allow them to be a part of that.
Also, if you're on Instagram, maybe you are. If you're on Instagram, if you click the link in our bio, it will direct you to a page that has several links on it. It's not live?
No, it is. It's just Maggie.
Oh, what's up, Max? So if you click on that link, the very top tab is going to be the 1 year membership giveaway. So it will direct you to the exact same link that way. So Maggie, tag your friends, anybody that you think might benefit from the year giveaway.
Yep. So without further ado, what do you do when you start the new year, right? As Casey would say, her favorite saying is "New Year, New Me." As you can tell, she loves that saying.
Makes my eye
twitch a little bit.
Yeah.
But we do want to talk about this because we think it's important to set your year off correct, whether it was like you let some circumstances and things kind of affect you because of last year's events that may have derailed you a little bit and you didn't make as much progress in the areas that you wanted to make. It's time to, even though it hasn't really changed, but it's the year gives us an opportunity to flip the page, right? To flip the page, and although the still rest of the book still exists, we still get to choose what we get to do with the rest of it. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about setting some type of goal, how to do it, and what the process is behind all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. So I think easy enough, we were all ready for 2020 to end, for 2021 to get here. things may look the same out there, but it is sort of a refreshing feeling to be able to go, okay, this is a new year. This is what we're dealing with. I'm a little more, we kind of have some things in place where, things aren't quite as fight or flight quite. But now we can kind of look back and say, okay, what are some things that I want to accomplish this year? In what areas and what aspects do I want to set those goals? So, maybe you have physical goals, which is what we deal with a lot. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to gain muscle. Maybe you want to clean up your diet. Maybe you might also have a skill or something that you want to learn, or financial goals or parenting goals. And I think it's healthy to have a goal in all of those departments. However, something that does help, which a point we'll make later, is making sure you're not going too crazy and being, setting yourself up for failure, being realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of go into these, and we're going to give you as much points as we can under them, okay? So the first thing, which doesn't sound like, it sounds obvious, but sometimes it may not be, it's just starting with a goal, right? Starting with something that is a goal for you to complete. And there should be a strong why behind it, right? It can be, some people would say losing weight or I want to look a certain way, or etc. Could be coined as superficial, but it could go way deeper than that. It could be a confidence thing that it has for you. It could be maybe your job requires it. Maybe there's a whole bunch of other things behind that, right? For whatever the job position is. And so you want to have not only that goal, but like something that kind of gets you fire lit is what I like to say. Something that kind of gets you fired up about it, I think, will be a good starting place, right? It may not be, whatever you set as the goal may not be the final goal that you set down and write down on paper, but you're starting with something. We'll kind of continue to refine it as we go.
Sure. So we're talking about reverse engineering, basically. So starting with the goal, we want to look down the road and see where do we want to be, and then we're going to take those backwards steps to how do we get there. So starting with your goal, having that goal and that why, that purpose, the meaning, what it is for you, that's going to be your fire, your fuel, whenever you're not super motivated. No one is motivated all the time. We've been working out forever, and there's still days where I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do this. I have to convince myself or phone a friend and say, hey, I need you to work out with me, or make me work out. Like, help me, because I'm tired. I don't want to do this. We are just the same as you. So go ahead.
How many days would you say that we go through that?
Probably 4.
A week, right?
A week, yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Usually I think by like a Tuesday is a good day. Tuesdays seem to be pretty positive.
I look forward to 2 days a week. Now, okay, I look forward to 2 good days a week.
I look forward to Sunday.
Do you know what good those days are?
Sunday. Oh, push-pull.
Leg day and push-pull.
Monday and Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 workouts a week. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. The other days I'm like, okay, I've had the talk with myself. I've had the emotional talk with myself that you're going to get your act together. And you're going to do this because you have goals. These are pep talks that I give myself every single week.
All the time.
The why behind it is really what keeps me going, right? The pep talks help a little bit, maybe to get me out the door. But really, even to put on the clothes to get to that position is for sure about the why, for sure.
So another thing that if you watch my social media, you'll have seen that I chose a word for the year. And this is supposed to be like the word that kind of motivates and drives you. And it is funny because I've never really done this wholeheartedly, but I really did take some time to think about what I wanted my word to be and how I wanted to go about things this year. And when I'm feeling like, I don't feel like doing it, then I just kind of like whisper this word to myself. You want to know what the word is?
Yeah, I do.
Savage.
Oh, okay.
So everything that I do, it does help me to like just say that word to myself, like, look, you're just a savage. Come on, girl. You're gonna eat my food like a savage. Tyler, what's up? Mom and Dad, hi.
Alicia,
Thanks for
get your
watching.
butt in the gym today. You got burpees to do.
Ooh, burn! Called you out.
Let's go.
Oh, felt like you were a DMX right there. Yeah. So we have step one was to, let me redirect us. We have step one, which was to set our goal, have your why behind why you want to do that. That's going to be that fuel to be able to reach that goal. Step two, when do you want to achieve it by? We typically do this. We set a goal. My word for the year. That was 2020. My word was whiskey. We typically set a date for when we want to do something, but here's the thing, is we typically set an unrealistic goal. You're like, I want to lose 30 pounds and I'm going to do it next week. Right? That what did my dad say the other day? I ate clean for one day and I didn't lose, and I haven't lost any weight.
Yep.
I heard about that.
I ate perfect all day, and I didn't lose a single pound.
That's fantastic. I mean, that is the summary of the human brain right there. We just think we should get it there, we should get it fast. Well, the patience thing is the hardest part. The stagnation that you're going to have sometimes when you're trying to reach that goal, that's where people fall off, where you quit, where you're like, whatever, it's not worth it. You know, you may have that step back period, but if we can set a realistic expectation as far as the length that it's going to take you to get that goal, then it's not so defeating. Then you can make baby goals along the way.
Yes. Must show. So we have some examples of this. I mean, one big one, because we're kind of doing the goal at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So we signed up for a marathon. Yes.
If you know me
Us.
or him,
Okay.
I just complain about it a lot more.
This is not in our wheelhouse. This is not in our wheelhouse.
I won't say hate. We hate running. We hate it. Never been a runner. I can remember being in middle school and we had athletics at like 7 a.m. and it was cold outside and you had to run all the way from the middle school to Hall Johnson Road. And I remember being like, I freaking hate this. Like dying. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, it was bad. And then I grew up, and I've always felt the same way. Every time I run, it's the same thing over and over.
So I've been on this kick of saying that I have a runner's body because, you know,
because he started to wear short shorts.
Yeah. Teen, you are 100%. Runners are crazy. There ain't no doubt about that. But yeah, I've started wearing shorter shorts as a kind of a pump up mechanism. Doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys out there, okay? But for some reason, I think it's hilarious, right? So I'm wearing shorter shorts. Got another pair of shorts that are like
real. That slit's real high.
3-inch shorts. It's up there, okay? And what makes it worse is the slit goes.
I'm gonna get a fan club together with like these like older ladies, and we're gonna just like you're gonna run by and everybody's gonna like clap.
So we're on this kick right now of running. And I mean, the thing is about this challenge, you know, is when we first were presented with this, which Coach Jacob was like, hey, we're doing a marathon. So I see this text, right? I go, I ain't doing that. You know who signs up immediately? This one right here. She thumbs up and I go,
drinking.
I was like, she goes, she thumbs it up, the text message. I'm like, who are you? Is what I was thinking. And I didn't respond. I didn't say nothing for a whole week. They're like, so Kadima, are you doing this marathon? I'm like, no, that's dumb. Jacob's like, yeah, you are. Like, so he's bullying me into doing the run. So I go, this just sounds stupid, guys. This is going to take a lot of preparation, blah, blah, blah. So I start asking questions because now I'm curious a little bit. And I don't want to admit that I am, but the moment that I start asking questions means that I'm curious. So I started going, well, what's a good time? And so I start questioning this process. And I got sucked in. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. But if I'm going to do this, in my mind, I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm doing this to the fullest. That means I'm not taking any missteps. I'm going to push for a goal that's hard, that I think is difficult based upon my running ability, currently what it was at the time, and continue to push that. So I had to set something realistic, but also challenging for me to be motivated enough to go through that, right? So that's our example currently, where we are taking on a marathon.
And there is so many times when I guess in my mind, when you say like the why, there wasn't really a why. Like I have no desire to run. Well, actually, I take that back. There is a why. I thought, here's the real why. This is so, let me show you how much like we're the same, okay? I thought if I run a marathon and I'm running that much, then I can eat whatever I want. I'm just going to eat all the food. I'm going to be all skinny and shredded up because I'm running all the time. No! I'm not able to eat any more food. I mean, like, maybe a little bit more food, but not very much. And not of anything, like, good, like bad good. I want a double with cheese. Sounds good.
So, Stetson's going to join the Short Shorts fan club. That's from what I'm seeing.
Oh, the
here.
Short Shorts.
Yeah.
I didn't know what fan club he was. Please, Stetson, please come join. That would be great. Yes, I miss donuts too. Let's not talk about it.
Gotta resist.
I'm still a little sad.
He goes.
Gotta resist. Yeah. Tyler says Jacob can talk people into doing things they don't want. Like thinks he can talk people into pushing themselves. He goes, gotta resist.
Marathon. We decided that.
Realistic timelines.
Yes, and so
having your why.
We looked at marathons that were at the beginning of March because we knew that we didn't know, but our coach was like, hey, it's probably going to take us about 4 to 5 months or this much time as a cycle to be ready for the marathon.
I'd be ready in like 2 weeks.
So once we kind of figured that out, okay, we looked at the first one. The first one was in San Antonio. It was the only one that was a live marathon. And I was like, San Antonio? I was like, we're going to have to drive down there, run for hours, and then drive back. With no legs? I was like, this is going to be bad.
We need Emily to rent us a van so we can all like
just
sprawl
lay down
out. What's
So,
up, Sandra?
After that, we got one. So we're running the Irving Marathon March 27th, and that's the date. That's where we're set up to do. So the training for us has been 3 days a week, and that was the most manageable based upon our time commitments and our ability to move things around in our schedule, etc. So that's kind of an example of like, hey, we put a date out there, we signed up, so we can't back out now, right?
Yeah.
And then we made it based upon as reasonable as we could to accomplish the goal that we set out to do, right? I think the third place that you need to look at, once you've set a date, you looked at what you set the goal, it's time to ask somebody who's completed what you're wanting to do, right? Many times we look at this goal and we want to keep it to ourselves. You need to find somebody that you can trust with this and ask somebody that's already completed what you're trying to complete. Mm-hmm. We have a coach, and we're coaches. We have a nutrition coach. We have a running coach. We were literally going over running technique yesterday before our run.
Y'all.
Like, this stuff is, you think like you wouldn't need like running technique? Yeah, you do. It's tough. This stuff is not easy. So getting somebody that is wanting to accomplish what you've done is important because they can tell you the pitfalls and things that you cannot see, right? And they can help pull you out of the pit when you're feeling like you're about to give up, right? Mm-hmm. When it's frustrating and you have questions. And what questions do is create doubt. And then doubt creates hesitation. Hesitation creates possibility of missing some of those steps for you to get to your goal. And if you miss some of those steps to get to your goal, the next thing you do, you've backslid and you're out of there and you've missed the goal, right? That's why they say most people's resolutions have already failed at this point already because they didn't get help. They didn't really set a goal. They didn't ask somebody who's successful at what they want to do, right? AKA, get a coach.
not only helps you with all those things, teaching you things, keeping you on track, helping you figure out a realistic, we keep each other accountable. The whole team here, all of our coaches, it's really cool to be surrounded by one another. And I realized that a lot of people different viewpoints or different kind of lifestyles, or maybe you're trying to make a change but your spouse isn't, then that can create that's difficult. We have a lot of people that come in here with that same issue, and we're their team and we're their family and we're their coaches. So you are not alone if that's what it is.
Yep.
So you want to talk about haters?
Yeah. Hate.
All they do is hate.
I'm not going to make that reference right now. I'm just going to keep that to myself because probably some people will get it. I know. And Stetson would get it too. Okay. Now it's too late.
Dave Chappelle
So
related.
it is Dave Chappelle related.
I knew it.
So
Gosh, I know you.
okay, so you need to tell people that encourage you and that aren't going to discourage you, right? And so that circle of people that you've told that goal to needs to be people that are going to encourage you and ask you how your progress is going, and check on you when things aren't, when you don't seem like yourself, right? And that same group of people is going to be your cheerleaders. They're going to be the ones that kind of pull you out. They're going to be the ones that can kind of get you going when you don't want to get going. And so you want to kind of share it to those people. The people in your life that that typically will say, oh, why are you trying to do that? That sounds difficult. Or they try to talk you down off of how high you want to go, right? They can create doubt in your mind about the goal that you originally set because they're reflecting something that's in them to you. Not really what they're doubting in you, but what they doubt in their own selves. Mm-hmm. So you can't share this information with everybody. You got to share it with those close-knit few that that you can trust with this type of information, and don't share with anybody else. Mm-hmm. It's none of their business.
Yeah. The last point we want to make is start doing it. You got to start. You have got to start somewhere. Mm-hmm. Picking a day that you're going to start, having those other things aligned or lined up and ready to go makes starting a lot easier. If you're looking to start I don't know who all is on here, or who this will be shared with, but if you're looking to start your fitness journey again, we know some people. Oh, yeah, it's us. I forgot. We love helping people get started. That intimidation factor that someone may have is literally what we both love to work with. That we make people comfortable no matter where they're at. It's one of the really awesome pieces that I love.
I think we're pretty good at it.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun because how just like if you look at another person or look at a girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, someone you look up to, maybe an athlete that you follow, maybe it's your kids, you look at them and you're like, I can see that person's potential there. I can see how talented they are there. And I think that's something that we do for our clients and for our members is that we're able to look and say, hey, you can definitely do 5 ring rows today, or you can do 5 pull-ups today. Like, we're able to see the potential that you may not see within yourself. Yeah. So start your journey, start your goal, whatever it is, fitness related or not, you have to start.
Yes. And when you start, eliminate the possible slip-ups. You have a good example of this. Could you talk about that example?
Sure. So, love you guys. Love you, Mom and Dad.
Hashtag disclaimer.
Yeah, just turn it off. Turn off the camera. So at my parents' house, I'll tell a story. Hope you don't mind. At my parents' house, they are doing like 30 hard. So basically, has no sugar. Very similar to my brain just went blank. Whole30.
Yep.
Whole30. So not measuring food, but eyeballing portions and making sure they're eating in a certain amount, certain enough times a day. So I go over there the other day to, pick up Shane, and on the counter is like this bowl of candy of like all different kinds of candy.
Sounds so good.
It was like those caramel M&Ms and Reese's, and I mean like all the good, like really good candy is just sitting there on the counter, like right, you have to walk by it like 30 times a day. It's right in the middle of the kitchen. And I was like, why is this here? Why are we even looking at this? Like, this candy needs to go. Like, don't tempt it. Don't slip up. And I don't think they've eaten any of the candy, but it's just like, it would be like, I don't know. The other example I have is not very uplifting, but but just get it out of your sight. Like, if you have a problem with something, remove the problem, right? Remove the potential slip-ups. Food is a hard one too, because you get hungry enough and you're just like, I don't care, and you can just
For sure.
get hangry. I get hangry sometimes.
I mean, honestly, during this holidays, it was supposed to be like, hey, I'm going to cut this off by this time. Hey, I'm going to do this, blah, 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 blah. Like, cheat meal turned into cheat Sunday as well. It was like,
For like a month and a half?
for sure. Since
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, I was like, oh, I've eaten so much pie.
I mean, this has still been going on.
Yeah,
Right?
I just stopped. I just ran out of pie, so that's basically why I stopped.
You've had pie this whole time?
This entire time.
Oh my gosh.
This entire time.
You've had
So,
pie since Thanksgiving.
gosh, I've had so much pie.
Goodness.
So, I'm done. I'm
How
done
was your
with the pie.
I-40 pie?
Oh gosh, I microwaved it and then ate a piece of it, and then I was eating pie at like because I was like, oh, it's Sunday, I'm having pie for breakfast. I'd have a short little piece. I'd go in and I'd just like take a piece of pie and I'd walk with it like this. I'm like, oh, this pie's so good. After the pie,
Not
like, man,
today.
I'm like, I eat so much sweet. Now I'll eat something salty. I was like, I should have some bacon and eggs. Then I'd eat that. Then I'd be like, well, there's also some chips and queso in there right now too. I should have that. And then I'd be like, well, I just had all that salty. I'm feeling like something kind of sweet again. And that trend went all day.
It's everybody knows. Everybody knows.
I'm
It just
trying to
makes
let
me
you know,
laugh.
guys. I'm just trying,
So
trying to be
funny.
honest here.
So funny.
So, start with the goal, right? Mm-hmm. Make it specific, right? Make it meaningful. Make it a strong why. Tie something to it. It can't just be, well, it'd really be cool if I got a new skill this year, a new bow hunting skill or nunchuck skill. Okay? Make it. Make it a strong goal.
Stupid.
Make it a really strong goal. Okay? Right when you want to achieve it by. Right? Have a definite date down. Okay? Your own timeline, and then look at versus an actual realistic timeline. Ask someone who's been successful in learning this or accomplishing this goal before you, right? Get somebody who has this information, a coach, etc. And then tell the people that you know that will encourage you and kind of help you along the way. Don't tell your haters. Don't tell the people that are kind of negative Nancy's. If your name is Nancy, sorry. Just
don't sue us.
don't tell the negative people, okay? And then start doing it. And eliminate the things that will get you off track, okay? That's how you're going to accomplish this goal in 2021. And we hope that this kind of help you think about how to set a goal, how to really move in a positive direction. If you like this this Facebook Live today, please share it. Like
please.
it with someone, whatever. It's also going to be on YouTube today as well. It'll be uploaded there. So if you want to watch it again and, share it to somebody else, you'll be able to share it that way as well. And again, our 1-year membership giveaway. ends Tuesday. So if you want a free membership or you want to try to win a free membership, on the top of our at the top of our DTSOF page, it's a pinned post. You'll see Casey's smiling face in it. And right there's a link that you can click on. You go to the next page. It will tell you to put your first name, last name, email address, and good luck for the opportunity to win. The drawing will be on Wednesday, the 13th, I believe. Next
We
Wednesday.
don't know what day it is.
So I think
that's
it's next
right.
Wednesday. So
It's like the 42nd or something.
yeah. December 42nd
Yeah.
or 43rd.
We're not going into the new
So,
year.
but yeah, there it is. So we hope that you enjoyed this content today. Thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you, guys.
And the tangents that I happen to go on very many times.
They're hilarious. It's fun.
So I'm Kadima.
And I'm Casey.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
What did Chelsea say? Oh, you got them all.
Mm-hmm.
Positive Patricks? Positive Pollies? Mm-hmm. I like it.
Oh. Fine.
Come look at this. Come look at this. Come you.
Hold on.
Me?